I wanted to pick up right where we left off last time. This idea of the three angles in a triangle adding up to 180 degrees, we're going to move forward with that and pull in a little bit of algebra. The algebra that I ask you to do in geometry is more to help you with problem solving than anything else. We're not going to be doing big funky things like solving quadratic equations or anything like that. Just basic equation solving is all you'll need to be able to do. And I'll walk you through as much of it as you need walk through. So keep in mind these angles, the three angles of this triangle here on the left, 1, 2, 3, those angles add up to 180 degrees every single time. It doesn't matter how big, how small the triangle is or anything. So literally if I take angle 1 and I add angle 2 and I add angle 3, that equals 180 degrees. So I need you to keep this in the back of your mind as we move forward. The three angles always add up to 180 degrees because I'm going to take that idea and I'm going to build an equation out of it. I'm going to take the three angles, and we'll do these one at a time here. I'm going to take these three angles in this triangle, and I'm going to add them together. Literally, add them together. I'm going to take 9x plus 2, and I'm going to add to that 66, and I'm going to add to that 76. Those three angles, those are my three separate angles of my triangle, those are going to add up to give me 180 degrees. What we're going to do is have to figure out what the value of x is so that that actually works. So setting it up this way, what you're going to be able to do is combine all of your constant terms. Those are the terms without variables. Just add together 2, 66, and 76. That's going to give you 144. I'm going to drop everything else down that I didn't mess with. I didn't touch the 9x, I didn't touch the equals, I didn't touch the 180. All I did was I added together the 2, the 76, and the 66. So moving forward, subtract your 144. So 9x is going to have a value of 36. And almost every equation you solve for me, you're going to wind up having to, if there's a constant here at the end in front of the x, you're going to divide it out. So I'm going to divide both sides of this by 9, and my value for x was 4. Now, that is not the value or the measure of the angle. That is just the value of the x. If I ask you to, and I'm asking you to, take that value and plug it back in up here to figure out what the actual angle measure is. So if x was 4, this is going to be 9 times 4 plus 2. This angle is 38 degrees. So once you get your x value, plug it back in and tell me what the actual angle measure is. It's just an extra little step. So let's try the other one here. I'm going to go back. There we go. I'm going to take this triangle that's here on the left, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set up a basic equation that says, hey, if I take these three angles, 8x, and I'm going to add 50, and I'm going to add 50 again, that's 180 degrees. There's only two constants to add together this time, so that doesn't really change much. So I'm going to add these guys together, that's 100. Drop everything down that you didn't touch. I didn't touch the 8x, the equals, or the 180. Okay, go back to your basic equation here. Subtract 100. So your 8x is 80, so x is 10. Same deal. Plug it back in here and tell me what the angle is. Now this one you could kind of back up a step because it's there, but 8 times 10, this angle is 80. And again, you could check this pretty easily. If you add together your three angles, those three angles are going to add up to 180 degrees. Homework is very similar. Each question has two parts though. What's the x? What's the value of the angle? So you're going to be giving me two answers on these.